The way we graph a system of linear inequalities is really quite simple once you know how to graph a regular linear inequality. Let's take a look at our steps. So the first thing we need to do is take a look at each line separately and draw them on our graph, shading the appropriate region. Now, as a reminder, if it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, we draw a solid line. So less than or equal to, greater than or equal to is a solid line. And if it's just less than or greater than, we are going to draw a dashed line. And that's going to be an important part of your solution as well. Now, the next thing we do is for each line, we shade in the specific region that we need for that line. So let's just look at an example. Let's say the first line that we have is going to look like this. So this would be our line, and we are shading everything below it. So just not that I care really what the specific line is, but this line, because it's below and because it's solid, we know that this is going to be a less than or equal to line. Now let's say our second line looks like this. So let's say we have some dashed line going down here, and we're going to shade everything above it. So again, because it's above it and because it's a dashed line, we know this will have had to have been a greater than sign. But the point here is that we really only care about the region here, this triangle here, where we can see that the different shadings overlap. So what I like to do usually in these kinds of problems is I like to actually go ahead and just redraw my lines. Here's the first line, here was the second dashed line, so that for my solution, I only have the shaded region, and that's the answer. That is what your system of linear inequalities looks like when it is graphed. Notice something important. This point right here in the middle, that is the point of intersection, and that is going to be the solution to whatever your system of inequalities is. That's the point where the two lines intersect.